All right, what's going on? Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. We are here for another week of Saints football. This time, the New Orleans Saints 0-3 so far this season. They are on the road against the Buffalo Bills, the undefeated so far. Buffalo Bills, they are 3-0 on the season. I want to make sure everyone in the chat knows that the link is also in here. If you guys want to go ahead and hop on in, there it is right there. So I don't want to hear no excuses in there. I didn't see no link. It's right there. It's right there. And already ready to go. Derek Turner is joining us on the Bad Sports Show podcast. It's always good to have you on here, Derek. We appreciate it. And of course, I'm on here, EJ504, the host of the show, and then I got my co-host, my dad over there, Ever504. Dad, you got a interesting fit on going on over there. I mean, usually you got a jersey on or something.
Well, I'm
Some
I'm switching it up this week because the last 3 weeks I've been wearing Alvin Kamara and I feel like it's been jinxing me. So I decided not to even wear the Saints colors
Oh
because
wow!
I think what I'm gonna do is do something to flip the script this time. And I think we got two guys on this team that have a birthday on the same day, which is it
Yes,
happened to be the quarterback, the backup, and the starting quarterback, who are it's just unbelievable.
yes,
1 year apart, and they act like Spencer Rattler is. I mean, they act like Tyler Shuck is like 48 years old. But go ahead.
yeah. I had no idea that both of them had the same birthday. But if you didn't know out there, Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck, they both have the same birthday today. Today is their birthday. Happy birthday
Happy
to both
birthday to
of them.
both of the guys.
Hopefully that does something for the confidence of Spencer Rattler today. You know, he plays with a little edge on his shoulder and a little chip on him. He's going to need it
Somebody's gonna get a
because
birthday win if they win. Let me tell you something. Even if Spencer, look, Spencer got to start winning games.
yeah,
And I told this, I said this in the group. It's not about always whose fault it is. It's just the nature of the game. The nature of the national football means not for long. They don't care what your stats is. They don't care if your line ain't helping you. They're not caring if the wide receivers not help you. That's not an excuse in the NFL. If this man lose today, he will be 0-10 in the National Football League. That is just I'm not gonna look
that's
blame.
unacceptable.
Am I
That's
gonna
unacceptable.
blame all that on him? Hell no.
Yeah,
But what I'm telling you is the same guy that y'all criticize for being our quarterback for the last 3 years. Derek Carr. Derek Carr started his career off 0-10, and Derek Carr wound up winning. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Spencer Rattler because Derek Carr was the only quarterback that started 0-10 and was able to turn his career around. Everybody else, we named Stan Gale back. There was several other guys that started off that way. Deshaun Kaiser, who played for the Cleveland Browns, who was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. He started off 0-11, never won an NFL game. He was a first round draft pick. Okay, so the whole point, what I'm saying is, it's only gonna go so far with us saying, "Oh, it's the other guys. Oh, he played good." You gotta elevate in the national football. You gotta find a way to win football games. Quarterbacks get all of the criticism. They get all the love, and they also get all the criticism. It's just
yeah.
the
Well,
nature of
look,
the game.
can I interject for a second?
Go ahead.
I've been watching, man, and I like to watch the coach, and I'm not gonna jump off his bandwagon just yet.
3 games.
But
Go ahead.
Drew Brees made a strong comment though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that post. I'm telling you, something about when the coach don't have like a little bit of sternness on the team, man. It's just if you
Okay,
look
let
at
me let
all
me
the
ask you a question, Derek. How many NFL coaches have you watched? I mean you're
wait, wait,
I,
wait,
I
wait. But
I
even
would
though
say that you just around my age, right?
Hang on, Dad. I need to hear him out. I need
I'm
to
gonna
hear
answer that.
what his point
I knew
is.
you were gonna give me when I thought
Oh,
about
because
this
I got
today.
like
I said,
several coaches that are laid back and don't see nothing. But go ahead and won Super Bowls.
Are you talking about in the 70s? Because I don't
No,
know
no, I'm
one
not
in the
talking about
70s.
no 70s. Who's talking about? I can go.
Who you know laid back?
Well, well,
I'm
let
I'm I'm a,
let's start up in the 80s, the 90s, and let's go
who
with my
won what?
boy. Listen, let's go with my boy Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh, who
Wait.
designed
Bill Walsh had
the
his talent though.
listen, who designed the West Coast offense. Let's go. We're gonna move from Bill Walsh because you're gonna seem to think that there's no new guys like that. Andy Reid. Andy Reid has never been a vocal or
No,
coach.
but
Yeah,
no,
Tony
that is
he got
true.
Dungy.
it.
That is
Tony
very
Dungy,
Wait.
true.
listen.
No,
Tony
wait. But
Dungy.
let me.
Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning and didn't scream at all.
That's
You
true.
could, you don't you
But
don't
you
have
got
to
to
be a
realize.
vocal. You don't have to be a screamer. There are multiple head coaches that have been screamers and didn't make it in the NFL. That
That's
that
true.
got fired and they
Mike
were
Ditka.
Let me just
over-aggressive
say this.
guys.
Mike Ditka
All I'm gonna say
is a big
is
Mike
one.
Dick is
Andy.
yeah, well and the only reason why he won the Super Bowl is because he had Buddy Ryan and that great defense that one year. But when Mike
Let
Dicker
me say
came to the
this though.
Saints, he was
Let me say
horrible.
this. I agree with you on them two coaches, but Andy Reid will cut you in a minute though.
Yeah,
That's
but
the one.
he's been in the league. But listen, when you say these things, you're talking about a guy like Andy Reid who got a chance to adjust himself. He's been in the league about 15 years, like as a head coach, 15 to 16 years as a head coach. So eventually you're going to get that sternum part about yourself. As far as me, I remember Sean Payton first year. He started the year 0-2. They were 0-2 and they went on a winning streak. They went to the playoffs in their first year. But you don't always gain your success in your first 3 games of the season or first 2 games of the season. This
I'm
might
not
be
looking at that
this might be a
basis.
situation like Dan Campbell. If the organization be patient rather than just keep saying, "Oh, fire, fire, fire," Dan Campbell, and I'm gonna take this guy, Dan Campbell, a rah-rah guy. Dan Campbell was 3-13 his first year with the Detroit Lions. They got beat the brakes off by the Minnesota Vikings 44-6.
Mhm.
He went in, they stuck with him, and they went into the following year. They went from 3-13 to going to winning 9-8. They
So let
stuck
me
with
ask.
him, and now he's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Okay,
Sometimes
I can
as
go with that. Answer
sometimes
this
as
one.
well, go ahead, man. Three
Okay,
games.
answer
If
this
you're
one
gonna if you're
question.
gonna decide
I'm not. I'm not
decide
saying
people
that.
over,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he need to go. I'm not saying that.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking at
saying it
it.
in many
I'm
ways.
no. I'm saying I just don't see like when Dan Campbell came into the league, he was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this done. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. And you saw the team build. I don't see that
You
that
didn't see
that.
that. How you gonna see the team build in 3 games? Dan
But you
Campbell had
don't
to
see.
go.
I don't see.
Dan Campbell
I,
had to go through hell first in order to get to where he at. The Saints. Dan Campbell also came in the league with Jared Goff. He also had a quarterback that was established already who went to a Super Bowl. You see, when you're
all I'm
comparing
saying.
apples, when you come, no, let's get there. Now, all
All
these
I'm
guys
telling you
that,
is I don't
oh,
like the I don't
hold up,
like the
sir,
demeanor
hold
of
up.
the
All
team.
these guys, let me tell you about the demeanor. The guys that you are praising, like Sean Payton had Drew Brees. They came in with established quarterbacks. Jared Goff was an established who actually beat Drew Brees in an NFC Championship. So when y'all sit there and talk about
I ain't
was
even
this
bring up Sean
what
Payton.
was Kellen Moore when he took the job, he told Mickey, and Mickey told him, "This is what your roster is. We're not expecting you to win this year. We just want you to build the foundation. We're not expecting wins and losses and stuff like this. What y'all are doing in patience Saints fans, what y'all have
Okay,
got
so if that's the
so
case, why you don't have your
liquored up.
jersey on then?
Y'all have
You don't
got
like you don't like the way they look because you had to change up something.
I have
All I'm
not been
saying
as
is
critical as I normally be with the Saints because I understand that this is not the
I'm not
year.
being only thing I
You are
always tell
being
you.
critical. You are, but you're
I
not
just
saying you
asked
don't
a
believe you
question.
are.
I just told you I don't like when I see my team, regardless if we win, lose, or draw. I don't always see the fight, or I don't always see the
So
respect
these
for the.
guys are not fighting because okay, that's another ill will statement that you're saying. The first 2 games of the season, they lost by a total of what 6 games? I mean 6 points. They were
I'm looking
fighting.
at the
Hold,
demeanor. I
hold
look
up,
at the
no.
demeanor.
You're saying that what is the demeanor when your team is fighting for you? You lost a game to a Seattle Seahawks team who's probably going to be competing in the NFC in the playoffs. It's probably
It
going to be
started the same
who's
way
probably.
and Dennis Allen started. It
All right, well,
started the
go ahead,
same
man. Go
way.
ahead. Go ahead. Go on, bring in Dennis Allen and compare this man to Dennis Allen.
I'm just telling you,
Go
it's
ahead,
the
man.
same. It's the same way it started off with
All right,
Dennis
that's the
Allen,
way. If you're
and you
gonna
did it.
in 3 games, this is the way Dennis Allen did not start his career off with the Saints
All right, all
0
right.
and 3. This
I
is
done
the
let
first
both
time the Saints have
y'all.
been 0 and 3, and God knows where. Dennis Allen started his season off 2 and 0. So
All
what are you
right.
talking about?
Now hang on. Look, I done let both of y'all talk, and I let everybody get their thoughts out on that situation and everything. And I'm kind of glad Derek brought that up because I've been hearing a
No
lot of that.
comparison.
A lot of these things going on about Kellen Moore, and everybody thinks the Saints maybe have made the wrong choice at head coach and all this stuff. Let me say this
Nobody else wanted to coach the
out there
Saints.
to Saints fans right now. Shame on you. Shame on you, number one. Shelly, can you please turn that? Thank you. Shame on you guys out there. Shame on you guys out there for thinking and having this much pressure on a guy that's in his first year as a head coach in the NFL. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why y'all are sitting there ready to go ahead and get rid of this man. It's only been 3 games into the season where we're going on our 4th game right now. This is not the roster that he wants. This is the roster that he's been dealt with.
Given.
Okay? This is the inherited roster that he's trying to go ahead and figure out that he can go ahead and see who can I keep within the roster and who can I get rid of. Okay, this is a rebuilding year, New Orleans Saints fans. If y'all that have not figured out by now that this is a rebuilding year, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Mickey Loomis has not come out of his mouth and said rebuilding year, but by the moves,
we can see it. It's obvious.
By the moves that the Saints have made,
it's so obvious,
and by the way that they've gone younger and they've traded away players. And they're sitting there. They've even made a trade for a guy that's not even going to play this year. That's going to play next year.
That's the thank you. And
so
EJ,
if y'all are
EJ.
not, hang on. If y'all are not sitting here paying attention to the fact that this team is not going to be Super Bowl ready or maybe not even playoff ready. Okay, and y'all sitting here bumping y'all heads up and thinking that Kellen Moore was just going to come in here his first season. Coming right on in, and they're going right to the playoffs, or they're going right to the Super Bowl. I don't know what expectations a lot of y'all have.
I don't know what. I don't.
Wait,
and EJ to compare Dennis Allen. EJ, to compare him to Dennis Allen, who had not had one time as a head coach. He coached the Raiders. The man was over there with the Raiders, got up-team experience, went over with the Raiders. He had veteran quarterbacks. This guy here was told to the organization, if the Saints was not rebuilding, they would have went and got Russell Wilson. They would have went and got a veteran quarterback. They would have got Jameis Winston. They would have got somebody other than. The Saints knew that the best way to turn this thing now in the future is to go your young way. To go the young way, and the salary caps are going to drop.
Yes.
So if you don't see what they're doing, after Derek Carr turned and retired, the Saints realized, okay, you know what? There's no now. If Derek Carr would have came back, we would be talking different.
If Derek Carr would have came back,
it would have been something totally different.
And go all in again. But Derek Carr retired.
Once he retired.
And everything. They decided, you know what? All right, it's time to rebuild. Let's go with Spencer Rattler. Let's go ahead and roll with with Tyler Shuck as well. Let's let it go ahead and build out and everything. Let's go with a more younger roster. Let's go let Tyrann Mathieu retire. Let all these guys walk, and all these veteran players that we used to have. Let them all walk and everything. Y'all, if y'all do not see this. I know we're fans, but the Saints are telling you right in your face that they are a rebuilding team right now. They are telling you. They don't have to come out of their mouth and say it. They're showing you.
They're showing you. EJ, now another thing I want fans to realize. The teams that all went and got new head coaches, every last one of them, There's only one winning one right now. Now let's come on now. The one in Seattle is the only winning one right now. If y'all go look at all of the head coaches. The Jets, we wanted Glenn. A lot of us wanted Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn is 0-3. A lot of us wanted a lot of us wanted the New England Patriots coach, which he won one game. I think he got one up too. If you go look at the Tennessee, all these coaches are not successful right now.
Jaguars head coach is the only one. He's the only one with a winning record right now, and everybody thought the Jaguars were stupid for picking him up.
The Chicago Bears coach. Now the Chicago Bears, he finally won. But the Chicago, Caleb Williams haven't looked as good as Spencer Rattler.
Yep.
So when we sit there as fans and we literally looking for the Saints to be so great and not understand that these situations, comparing him to Sean Payton when Sean Payton had Drew Brees, comparing him to Jim Haslett when Jim Haslett had Jeff Blakes and Aaron Brooks, is totally unshameable. It's shame. It's a shame that we're doing this to Kellen Moore.
The better word for it, Dad, is that it's unfair. It's unfair.
Get the brother to mute his mic.
It's unfair that we have New Orleans Saints fans pressuring Kellen Moore like that. Okay. I agree. The Seattle Seahawks game was unacceptable. The team should have been prepared. And there's no way that the Seahawks put up that many points on us and we play that poorly.
Just had a bad day.
I agree on the penalties. We need to get this stuff cleaned up. I agree on all of those points. But to say that Kellen Moore needs to get rid of and that he may not be the guy and all this stuff, and we're going on game 4 today. Like
EJ, who put 52 points on the Chicago? EJ, didn't Detroit Lions put 52 points on, or was it Chicago Bears? Didn't they put 52 points on the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
And Chicago Bears came back the next week and blew out another team. Chicago beat somebody that was good. Turned around, and you think people, this is the early part of the season, okay? I understand what y'all saying, and a lot of things emotional when it comes to Saints fans. You guys have became the Dallas Cowboy fans, and it overnight it just happened. I don't know what happened, but the delusions that you guys and the expectations has to settle down, y'all.
Yeah.
It really does.
The expectations need to be lowered big time because, like I said,
Chicago beat the Chicago beat the Cowboys.
They beat the Cowboys. Yes.
Yes, after getting blown out.
Yes, after getting See,
52 points.
That's the thing though. Like this. I'm glad we having this conversation. And I'm glad, like I said, this was brought up because this has become a thing that Saints fans have been talking about recently. And like I said, nobody's trying to make light of the situation and minimize criticism on Kellen Moore. Like I said, Kellen Moore can be critiqued, and they're going, hell no, I do not like the penalties that's going on, and I did not like
that's the main problem. That's the main problem.
I did not like the fact last week that they were unprepared going into that Seattle Seahawks game. I agree on all those points if you're a Saints fan and you're angry at that part. But to sit there and just go
all that man Dennis Allen.
Kellen Moore is not the guy, and Kellen Moore, we should have never went after Kellen Moore.
Who else was going to go get? Who else was going to get?
It goes to show that I think a lot of people thought going into this season, they said that a lot of them said, they wanted the Saints to go ahead and lose all their games and stuff like that. But a lot of them, really, truthfully, a lot of them thought different. I can see a lot of them thought that they were going to win a lot more games than what they were saying out of their mouths and everything. They were just joking and laughing it off. Like I said, y'all, the Saints were showing you. They're showing you right now they are in a rebuild.
Rebuild.
Kellen Moore is in his first NFL head coaching season. He's been an offensive coordinator and everything, but y'all do not realize the adjustment, how hard that is to go ahead and come from being a coordinator to a head coach. That is hard in the NFL. We just saw it last year with Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen has been one of the great defensive coordinators in this league. But when he became a head coach, He's not good. Okay, so it's hard. It's a hard transition. Okay, not to say that Kellen Moore can't make that transition and become great as a head coach. I'm just
It's
saying.
too early for me to judge him. It's too early.
I'm using that as an example that's a hard transition. And y'all got to give this man at least 2 to 3 seasons to really.
Well, EJ, you got to give him a chance. Look at the roster. Look at the roster, man. You got to give him at least some leadway because of the fact that you have so many guys that you know. Even Chase Young has not played yet. Foster Moreau and all these other guys. Taysom Hill hasn't played yet, and the fact that they're dealing with 2 young quarterbacks. Yeah. If you're dealing with 2 young quarterbacks, expect growing pains. Yes. Expect some things to happen. Yes. They're still trying to teach the system.
Well, no. You know what, Dad? I'm glad you said that too. You know where all of that is coming from? A lot of people, and a lot of y'all gonna hate me for saying this. And no, it's not been the young man's fault, because I really do believe Spencer Rattler has been having a really good season so far.
Good season,
I really
good.
Do. That he's been playing really well. But a lot of y'all, and y'all were waiting, y'all were hoping and praying to God that Spencer Rattler got the starting job. And he's got it now. But a lot of y'all thought, okay, Spencer Rattler got this job. Derek Carr is going and everything. We hate Derek Carr. He's going and stuff like that. We should be able to win games now. We're going to go ahead to the playoffs.
They blamed everything on Derek Carr. They blamed everything on Derek Carr.
Y'all are realizing, y'all are seeing that it did not matter whether it was doggone Spencer Rattler, whether it was Derek Carr. It did not matter who was at the helm at quarterback.
Let me say this to the 2 guys in the group. I gotta say something to these guys. Right, hey, let me tell you something. For you guys to sit there, and it's amazing how unloyal Saints fans is, because they only fans are just what they is, fans. And what y'all do is blaming things on Mickey. You blame. First of all, you wanted Dennis Allen gone. You got his ass out. You wanted Derek Carr gone, his ass out. Now the last person you want to blame is Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis, and y'all not gonna like this, but Mickey Loomis hired Sean Payton. Yep. Whether you like it or not, Mickey Loomis signed Drew Brees. Mickey Loomis drafted that draft that was in 2018. That 8 to 2018 draft that solidified us. You cannot go by one mistake that he made with hiring Dennis Allen and just put it all on Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis is considered one of the best GMs in the NFL. He was holding down the cap for so long. Eventually, they was going to go into cap hell. Eventually, they were pushing things down because they were trying to win for Drew Brees. They kept pushing things down the line because they were trying to do it for their Hall of Fame quarterback, get him another Super Bowl. Now that we're in cap hell and we're in rebuilding, it's Mickey's fault. No, it's not Mickey's fault. The bottom line is the team got old. That just is what it is. They just got old.
At the same time, it's the fan base fault.
Well, real quick before
I hate to bring it up, had the Winston thing not happened, we would have been in a 20,000 times way better financial situation than we is now.
Real quick too, before I go on, I'll come off of your point, Dad. I want to bring this up too. Dan Campbell. Y'all, the hope here is that Kellen Moore becomes Dan Campbell. Okay, if y'all remember when Dan Campbell first got over there,
tell King Renee Reen that nobody is not debunking your belief. Whatever you believe,
I'm about to get to Ken.
That's your opinion, bro. We're not trying to knock your opinion.
I see his comments and stuff like that, and I'm about to get right into what he think we're doing on this podcast. I don't know where he thinks we're going and stuff like that and everything. But real quickly, I'm hoping that, Kellen Moore can do what Dan Campbell has done. If you remember Dan Campbell, his first couple of seasons in Detroit, when they first went ahead and got Jared Goff, they let go Matthew Stafford, and they went ahead and got Jared Goff. And everybody was like, that's stupid. Why the hell would they get Jared Goff? And they were losing all of these games. They only won 2 games per season, okay? And that was during the time where Dan Campbell was doggone putting his culture and putting his culture into the football team. While they were losing and everything behind the scenes, fans didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, they wanted him fired. Remember, EJ? Detroit wanted him fired that first year.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So the same thing is going on with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, while they're losing, y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes. He is putting his culture. He's putting his pieces. He's weeding out the bad apples. Whoever doesn't look good this season, I guarantee you won't be on this roster next season. And whoever looks bad the next season won't be on this roster next season. Give it about the third season, I guarantee you. We're going to come back to this podcast on this day. And we save these podcasts so you can always come up on our YouTube page and watch them back. Come back to this one. And remember, I told you this, that about the third season, we ain't gonna have this conversation no more. We're gonna be in a better place than what we are right now. I guarantee it. Now to King Ren, because I want to bring up all your comments and stuff like that. King Ren said, if y'all think this is a good season, y'all tripping. We can't freaking score, and he's missing touchdowns. Mickey Mouse, a broke clock is right twice a day. Mickey is a bum. Let's see this one. Y'all don't agree. That's my opinion. And then that's false and uninformed. Okay. Number one, King Ren. You are correct. You have a right to your opinion and everything. And I'm not sitting there trying to go ahead and knock whatever you feel and stuff like that. But number one, you're not about to come up in here and tell us, doggone, that we're trying to go ahead and make people think this is a good season right now. Because that you must not be listening to our conversation and what we've been talking about.
Hey,
so
nobody's sitting there saying we can.
Nobody has talked about this is a damn good season by the New Orleans Saints. They're 0-3. They're about to play a 3-0 Buffalo Bills, and we think this is a good season right now. No. We are not talking about that right now. So I don't know. I don't know
what we don't do over here is live in delusion.
But I need to get that corrected for you. Number two. Okay, regardless of how you feel about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse over here, Dad brought up very, very valid points about Mickey Loomis. Regardless you want to give him the credit or not, Mickey Loomis brought in Drew Brees and he hired Sean Payton. Okay, that alone, and with them winning a Super Bowl, that alone, you should always show greatness and show respect to Mickey Loomis because he got your franchise their first.
So relevant. These not no loyal people, man. They're not loyal at all. They blame one man.
That should be respect in itself. Okay. Now, okay, that's fine. All right, and I'm glad. Oh, that's Huey. Okay, glad he cleared that up. All right, Huey.
Oh, no, that's Huey.
I figured so.
That's Huey. Tell Huey to come on up. Tell Huey to get his ass up on it.
I figured it had to be.
Tell Huey to come on up here.
Somebody. But look, Huey, what I need you to understand is that, okay, yes, Mickey Loomis may not have made the best decisions these past 3 seasons and stuff like that. Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay. But what we're not going to do right now with as far as Kellen Moore and everything goes, we're not going to sit there and try to make this bigger, like hype up this thing with Kellen Moore that we thought doggone Kellen Moore was going to go ahead and take the New Orleans Saints in his first season to the playoffs or to the Super Bowl. That was never the narrative or nothing like that. We're not about to twist that into that, okay? This is a rebuild, okay? And we got to be patient as Saints fans. I know a lot of y'all were sitting there, and you included, Huey. A lot of y'all were sitting there. Y'all were like, I'm hoping and praying the Saints lose all these games so we can draft the quarterback again and do all these other things and stuff like that. Look, now that y'all getting these losses and stuff like that, where's that same energy? Where, like, a lot of y'all are sitting there now, y'all going back off.
It's actually worse, EJ. It's actually worse. It's actually worse.
Yeah, it's worse. You know, like, I'm not saying that Kellen Moore doesn't deserve criticism. I said this in the Facebook group. He deserves criticism.
But he also deserves patience and time, too.
Yes, he deserves criticism. The Seattle Seahawks game, was uncalled for. The penalties need to be cleaned up. This team needs to be prepared when they play football games. But also, too, he deserves patience because this is the first season for him as a head coach. And this is also a roster that he has inherited. This is not a roster that is a finished product.
He didn't build this roster. He didn't build it.
This is not a finished product for Kellen Moore. So we're gonna have growing pains. We just lost Derek Carr. Okay, we have 2 quarterbacks that are inexperienced on this roster. Okay, so you're gonna have growing pains. We should have expected losses. Okay, so I don't know where everybody is getting so mad for. Okay,
let me re-ask the bull.
It was warranted last year with Dennis Allen. I agree with y'all last year that the Saints made the move. They fired him. They got rid of them. They did what y'all wanted and everything. Then they got rid of the head coach. They got rid of the damn quarterback and all these other things. Like, there's only so many decisions that this team can make to please you guys as fans. Okay, they've done everything that you wanted. Okay, so now sometimes you got to look at yourself as a fan and like, damn. Well, I can't really get too mad at them because they're listening to me. You know, they're trying to please us. They're trying to do everything that they can to go ahead and make us happy as fans. Doggone, let me just sit back. Let me see how this plays out. And then after maybe 1 or 2 seasons, then I can go ahead and really critique this football team. This is not the final product, Saints fans. Y'all got to calm down.
But EJ, let me respond to Extra Bull. Extra Bull, okay, when you say that Be Real, Loomis hasn't been good since. Okay, think about it. You say since Peyton and Breeze. Most franchise, when they lose their franchise head coach, franchise quarterback, they go through a downtime. If you go look at the teams that lost Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning them had the worst year. I mean, after Peyton left, that was one of the Saints beat Peyton Manning. I mean, the Peyton Manning-less coach 62-7 in that year. They went through a growing pain before they got Andrew Luck. As far as everybody who has a Hall of Fame type of quarterback, they go through. If you look at the Miami Dolphins, how bad the Miami Dolphins was for years after Dan Marino. A lot of teams are not like Green Bay. Green Bay is a rare franchise where you keep getting quarterbacks, where you keep getting the next stage of quarterbacks. Green Bay is actually a rare. So when you talk about Peyton and Breeze, you're talking about Peyton. Breeze. Why y'all don't give Sean Payton no criticism for walking out on the Saints? Because you know why? Sean Payton put us in cap hell, and he knew the roster was going down, and he knew Drew Brees was retiring. And you know what he did? He didn't want to have to coach. He didn't want to have to coach no Jameis Winston. He saw what it was like to coach Jameis for a little bit, and his ass and he turned around, left the team in shambles, told the organization that they should go out and sign that Dennis Allen is ready. It was Sean Payton who convinced Mickey. Now, Mickey, you stupid for letting Sean flip you to make you manipulate you. But Peyton is one of the problems, bro. Because Peyton didn't want nobody to succeed him. Mm-hmm. He didn't want nobody to succeed him to do better in New Orleans. He wanted the Saints to go, the New Orleans to be, he the king of New Orleans, and he didn't want nobody to come behind him that was going to be better than him.
We can talk about Sean Payton and everything and all that and the things he's done wrong and stuff like that. But I'm not really going to go in that direction with it. But I'm gonna say this too, and I gotta answer my boy Huey again. He was saying y'all said Rattler was having a good season. Well, I was saying yes, he actually is. He actually is playing decent.
He is.
He actually playing decent. The problem is he not winning. That's the problem with Spencer Rattler. He's just not winning. That's
his
all.
Statistics he's playing good. But you got to elevate your team to win.
And I'm with the crowd, Huey, that I'm hoping. You know, after a couple of games, if he doesn't get a win, I'm hoping Tyler Shuck gets a chance so that we can see what Tyler Shuck is. That's what I'm with. I'm not trying to paint a picture that Spencer Rattler is this great guy or nothing like that. I'm just calling it like he is. It's not his fault that we're losing games, but then at the same time too, he hasn't won a game. You know,
Look,
so
look, look. Extra Bull say Sean Payton saw the fruits of kicking the. First of all, Sean Payton was the one kicking it down the road. Sean Payton, I went out there and got a Davenport. Sean Payton was the one. He could have had Lamar Jackson. Y'all don't want to talk about this, Saints fan. We had Lamar Jackson and he chose Davenport. He convinced the organization to give up 2 draft picks to skip down and go get, instead of getting a quarterback of the future to replace Drew Brees. He went out there and screwed the organization, going out there getting Peyton Turner. That was a part of Sean Payton's as a head coach. You can't blame that all on Mickey. Mickey was a part of it, and he was a part of it too.
Look, I'll say this too, because I'm not
gonna get his plan to go through that he desired, and we all know what it is. What fans overshadow.
I believe, like I said, this is just my opinion here. Like, I agree with what you said that earlier in the podcast. Okay, Loomis done all these great things for us, and he always has my respect and everything. And the same thing, that was the same thing how I felt with Sean Payton when he won us out.
I like them together.
I will always respect Sean Payton, but then at the same time too, I agree, Saints fans. Yes, there's somebody has to be blamed in all of this. And if anyone's going to be blamed, yes, it's going to be Mickey Loomis. But don't blame Kellen Moore. That was my whole thing in the conversation. Don't come at Kellen Moore.
Don't come at Kellen Moore. Don't start that.
Don't Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis's way. Okay. Now, as far as Mickey Loomis, like I said, I respect. I'm always gonna love him for the things that he done. He got us our first doggone Super Bowl and everything. And the writing is on the wall for Mickey Loomis. There's probably 1, maybe 2 more seasons left. He probably already got a plan in place, because I'm already hearing about
he's already trying to
Harley may be the replacement.
It might be next year. It might be next year, because they said that Mickey has some health issues, and plus he's ready to retire. So when they're working to try to give Kyle the next and look, another sneaky. Now come on now, they hired Atlanta Falcons former president and general manager. I can't think of the guy from Atlanta. They use him as a consultant. The guy who took Atlanta to the Super Bowl. What that man name? I can't think. With that funny hair.
Terry Fontenot.
Not Terry Fontenot. Terry Fontenot is the black dude. He's son to them. I'm talking about the Saints.
I forgot
the Saints just took the Saints took the GM that Terry Fontenot replaced.
Oh, you talking about
with that funny hair.
Yeah, he's like advisor.
He's our advisor now. That's telling me something. If he's an advisor, that's telling me something right there. They're getting ready to. Mickey is about to go into the sunset.
Yeah.
Not this year. Mickey's not going to be this year. It'll be next season.
Next season,
and like
because he's coaching and grooming up Kyle Harley for this year and next season. After that, Kyle Harley got the helm.
And it's too early to be blaming some doggone Kellen Moore.
I agree with Extra Buller on that. I don't think it's entirely there on Loomis, but then at the same time too, yes, it's if you're gonna blame somebody, it's gonna be Mickey Loomis because he's signing the checks, he's putting the team together.
And I'm sure Mickey would take the blame. I'm sure Mickey would accept the blame.
And remember, he did.
But let me tell you something. Y'all got to understand. Mickey is not playing football. He is not. He's an old man. He's not playing football. We gotta take some blame on some of these veterans like Alvin Kamara who fumbled that ball. I don't care what y'all say, but that was a big play when Alvin fumbled that ball. He had the ball up on his head like this. Was that the Arizona game or the last game?
That was the 49ers game. We can't.
The 49ers. What I'm saying is,
we talked about that.
I'm saying that some of these players got to take accountability as well. Yeah. I'm saying that we got to stop being so much of a hero and stop saying that nobody supposed to be blamed, but just the GM.
Yeah. Let me bring this up too.
Huey wants to come on.
If anybody wants to come on the Battle Sports Show podcast, the link is right here in the chat.
The link right there in the chat.
It's right there in the chat. If y'all go put this link in, we'll gladly bring y'all on and everything.
Guess what, guys?
I say this,
we got big news today.
I agree.
This week.
I agreed to the fact that with Dad was saying that even though that was 2 weeks ago, against the 49ers, that was a huge play too, by the way. Alvin Kamara, fumbling that football. He's doing uncharacteristic stuff. A lot of this stuff we also can't always just jump to management and the coaches. We need to go to the players, and we need to hold these players accountable. Okay, especially the veterans on this roster. DeMario, I'm not really going to get on DeMario because DeMario is actually playing lights out. Cameron Jordan, though. Cameron Jordan, you can see the writing is on the wall for Cameron Jordan. Alvin Kamara, he's still that guy, but then he's like every once in a while you see him do things that's just uncharacteristic of him. Chris Olave, I expected to see Chris Olave make a damn jump this season. He's getting a lot of damn targets, but he's not proven himself to be a receiver one so far in this season. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him.
Number 2.
Rashid Shaheed, that's another one.
Is a number 3.
I love to see him down the field. And he looking like more of a
what you said about players being out of position.
Hold up, Nas. Go ahead.
I want to see more like routes from Rashid Shaheed, not him be so much one-dimensional guy. Like everybody loves the deep ball from Rashid Shaheed, but like that's the thing. Like I don't like the fact that he's out there getting shut down in plays and stuff like that.
Well, Bull says Caesar Roos. I think Caesar is the one. Caesar is the main guy that I say that we need to think about trading because I'm going to give him. I'm going to see how it works because after today, the Saints finally going to have the whole entire line today. So if he plays well with the whole entire line, then I'll change my mind. But if Caesar don't play well today, then I got to think about moving on from because I think we'll see if he play well today with the starting line with everybody together.
We're gonna see, but
the whole line gonna be there today.
The whole line for the first time
is back today. Is gonna be out there. The whole line is gonna be out there.
Yeah, we got Penny back today.
And real quickly, while I'm actually got a chance here. I'm glad y'all brought that up because we do need to talk about who's inactive and who is active today on the roster. And real quick, I'm gonna pull this up.
Shout out to Huey. It's so great to see that brother on here. That's a real one, man. That's a real one right there.
It's good to see you, Huey. Yeah,
I love y'all. I'm proud of y'all, bro. Y'all doing something real special. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm going to always support y'all, dog. We ain't got to agree.
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Master Davis then joined.
And then Master Davis.
Huey, my boy. Huey, my family. That's my brother.
Yes, sir.
Only me and Huey can talk shit about each other.
That's
everybody else don't understand.
Look, let me say this too about Huey, man. That's my dog because the one thing I love about Huey is Huey ain't gonna go along with everybody's.
No, he got his own mind. He got his own mind.
Huey gonna say what the hell he gotta say from his chest, bro. And and it's all love with it, like he gonna go ahead and he gonna give you the real, bro. Like he not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Like he gonna really give y'all 100%.
We need to have Huey as the GM of the Saints.
Okay, bro, look,
I think we'll go in the right direction.
I guarantee you we would. We wouldn't have a lot of these bombs on the team. Now I'm gonna say this. This is one thing y'all saying that I definitely agree with. I agree with what y'all saying about Kellen Moore. I'm not blaming him.
Right.
I think it's too early to blame him. But
it's
not too early to evaluate him. Like evaluation and blame is two different things. Evaluating the last game, the team didn't come out prepared.
Critiquing. You're trying to say critiquing him.
Yeah, but what we have to wait to see with him, to me, it's about player development with him, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Y'all know my thing for years been we don't have elite weapons. So no matter who you put in that quarterback, unless the quarterback is elite, it's not gonna look right. You see what I'm saying? So the reason, and I just want to clear this up because I feel like this gets twisted so much in the group. Y'all know I was on Derek Carr ass, but not necessarily because I feel like he's garbage. I felt like he was sold to us as the missing piece. And what I saw before he came was we're not missing a piece. We're missing several key components. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
wasn't never sold on Dennis Allen. He's a fucking loser. Like
Right.
losers don't come in and turn around losing situations.
Right.
The
Right.
Saints
Right.
tried to play it safe after Breeze and Sean Payton left. They
Yeah.
tried to tell us that we're gonna keep everything in the building and we just gonna add a piece here and there, keep the veteran team together,
Exactly.
and we're gonna keep winning. That was lazy and that was irresponsible. What they
Yeah.
should have did when Drew and Sean left was tear all that shit down. I
Yeah.
love Kamara. They shouldn't have resigned him. Should have traded
Yeah.
him. Love Cam Jordan. Shouldn't have resigned him. Good teams don't operate like that.
That's right.
And I think as Saints fans, we are used to mediocrity. We cool with just going 9-8 and almost winning. That shit ain't good for me, dog. And I bet on games, so I'm not gonna look at a team that I know don't have a shot and act like I think they got a shot.
I like it, man. That's hey,
Mm-hmm.
you
Well,
hit it
one
on
of
the
the things
head.
I want to
You
say
hit
to
it
you,
on the
Huey,
head.
And
I
I'm out
want to
here grilling and
let me
chilling,
say this,
dig?
EJ.
I like it.
I,
I like it. Yes,
one of the
sir.
things I want to say this is another thing we got to understand is when you get a new head coach like Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore came to the same thing. Kellen Moore's like 35, 36 years old,
About
Hmm.
and
37.
uh, he is a Super Bowl winning coach, whether you want to like it or not. He is,
Mhm.
but he's never been the overseer. So you got to get now one thing I'm gonna expect is Brandon Staley, who was a head coach, is to be more accountable for on that side of the ball. And as far as that go, I think he got guys that surrounded around him with experience that can help him get over some of these humps.
Yeah.
I think like now that you got an offensive line, everybody's healthy, you could utilize the run a little bit more. If you utilize the run, you can win with a quarterback situation and a mediocre wide receiver core. You just got to be able to run the ball, play balanced football. You can win games like this and a stout defense in the NFL. You don't have to have superstars to win. I seen Baltimore Ravens win a Super Bowl with a mediocrity, with a horrible offense, if you ask me. And
Yeah.
they went off. They just had such a good defense on the other side of the ball, so you can get some wins out of this team and not just be so having so many superstars. Vile, I want to see this kid Vile. He's playing today. Vile, and I want to see that the kid that we took from Tampa Bay. I want to see
Trey
some of
Palmer.
them wide receivers, them guys
Well,
come
hang
in and
on
play.
real quickly. I'm glad you said that. I gotta name these actives and inactives in here real quick. Trevor Penning is active and is expected to play for the first time this
Baller.
season.
Unbelievable. That's good.
Baller.
Talise Fuaga is active after missing last year.
Wow.
And actively, I know you just brought up Trey Palmer, Dad, but he is actually an inactive scratch, like a
He's in
healthy.
at the scratch. Okay.
He's inactive today. Devin Neal is inactive. Rayshawn Wright is inactive. Xavier Truss is inactive. Dylan Reduns. I never really liked this dude. I really
I liked him for a backup. He was going to for Tennessee.
no.
He was
He
never
every
going to
time
be
he
my
gets
starter.
in, every time he gets in, he
It was
gets
never
tore
going to
up.
be my starter.
He get tore up, but he is inactive today. Jonathan Bullard is inactive, and then
Whoa!
Chase.
So if Renard if he's inactive, that means the rookie Simpkins must have took that spot. EJ,
And Chase Young, once again,
once again, oh
Caroselli.
my!
is
They want
inactive.
him to be 100%. They don't want him. They don't want him to keep. They want him to be 100%, and it doesn't matter what the fans say. That the Saints' new training staff is not going to put a player out there just because fans want that player to be out there. The new staff is what they want them 100%. So if he's not gonna play these first 3 games, first 4 games, so be it. They're not gonna risk him having a season injury by just putting him in because a muscle. We all know a muscle pull can get worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My
I
question for
We're
y'all
not
is how
winning with
long
him
do
or
we
without
stick
him.
with
So let him
Rattler?
stay out.
How long do we stick with Rattler? Because in my opinion, I think he should start the Giants game.
I believe
I
if
think this is last start.
no,
This is
Not Rattler. I
this
meant to say I think Shucks should start the Giants game. My bad.
I think yeah, I believe he should start
I
the
think that's
Giants
what they
game.
might.
But what I
That's what
think,
they might
I think what
possibly do. Depends on
realistically,
how
I think
Rattler do this game on his part.
after this Bills games today, and then right after the Giants game, because really I think Kellen Moore ain't gonna count this Bills game, especially if we lose pretty badly today. I feel like he gonna give him 2 more starts, and then they gonna give it right to Tyler Shuck after the Giants game.
I don't think so. And this is why I
He might
disagree
get
with you.
benched.
Let me
Okay.
tell y'all. Let me tell you why I disagree. Because one of the things that I when Spencer became the head coach, I was telling them. I said,
Quarterback.
why did that when I mean not the head coach, the quarterback when he first came the quarterback at the beginning of the season, I was telling people settle down, settle down. I know what the Saints are doing. The Saints want to put Spencer out there because Spencer had more experience from last year to deal with the first tough. They were dealing with a gauntlet. The gauntlet is playing that hard Arizona, playing 49ers, playing Seattle, and playing the Buffalo Bills. That was going to be a gauntlet. They was going to set and they was going to see if Spencer can get over the hump and get us over. But if he couldn't, they was going to let Tyler play the easy part of the schedule. I'm telling y'all, I said this. Well, and then people thought I was tripping, but they did that with Drake Mays. They did that with Drake Mays over there in New England last year when Drake Mays they had the black quarterback. I can't think of that guy name. They started him. They
Yeah,
started him.
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett. They started him the first 4 games. They lost, and then they eased in the rookie. I think that's what the Saints are going to do. The Saints are going to ease in Tyler Shuck, and they're going to play him the rest of the year. That's what happened to Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is playing the rest of the year. So teams are not going. I don't. Do I want Spencer to win today and keep Tyler on the bench? Yes, because my thing is my only thing with Spencer is he got to prove that he can win. I don't
Yeah.
care about
Right,
stats.
right.
Win. Don't tell me nothing. And don't tell me he got this team. And all. Y'all have seen quarterbacks elevate bad rosters all the time and win games.
Yeah.
So don't make no excuse for no. You
And
gotta
if we
win
being
games.
real, he's a part of the problem, dog. Like, don't get me wrong. I know what
I
Yes.
people
agree.
We
saying.
showed the
I
tapes
What,
on
Tyler
it.
Rattler
Thank you.
too. He is part of the problem.
yeah, like
agree.
I know what people saying. He young and you got to give him a chance and stuff like that. But like you just said, Chad, like you haven't won a game. Like if you
At
keep
all.
going, you're gonna
And
break the
he's been
record. You're
and
gonna
he
be the
has the
worst of
start.
all time.
He's had no excuses.
Yeah.
And,
Y'all,
and,
There's
y'all
and to
saw
no
the
be
tape I
real,
broke down, EJ, when he
his
threw the
ball
ball.
placement is
He threw the
horrible.
ball. His ball placement is
Even
like y'all
even
want to
that play you
blame.
were talking
Inconsistent.
about where Kamara fumbled, that was Spencer Rattler fault for throwing the ball behind his fucking
yes,
head.
Right,
yes,
and
yes,
y'all blame
yes,
y'all sitting up there
yes.
blaming Chris Olave, but Chris Olave, a lot of them passes are thrown behind him, and he has
Yes,
to
yes,
throw.
horrible placement.
That were horrible placement. He could have. Chris
Yep.
Olave had a slant that was wide open. He could if he'd have threw that like ahead of him, that was touchdown.
Yeah, yeah. I
Exactly.
agree.
That's what I've been saying.
Olave should have at least 3 touchdowns this year.
So we
That
blaming we
was bad
blaming
throwing
Chris
ball.
Olave like he's just the problem. Chris Olave, you all know what your quarterback gonna do for you, and don't give me the stuff about the stats. We way behind, and he's completing stats. That them little stats that he's putting up yards in. That the please come on, man. We have not had a lead. We have not had a lead yet. That's pretty much one of the problems too. We can't beat Buffalo or anybody without taking
Starting
the lead.
fast.
I'm
Starting
gonna
We got to
I'm
fast.
gonna
start
tell y'all
fast.
who else needs to go, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but Groupie missed too many kicks, dog.
Oh yeah,
Like
oh
Oh
yes,
my
Groupie
wow, oh
God.
gotta
yeah,
get cut.
oh
Yes.
yeah. We should have went
Groupie
and got
gotta
you.
get
Yes.
cut.
We should have went and got Yoko Cool, whatever his name, the
Yeah,
damn
yeah,
Yoko
yeah,
Chinese
Koo.
man.
yeah,
I'd have
yeah,
gave. He would have haunted Atlanta. He would
yeah,
have haunted Atlanta. I don't know why the
yeah,
Saints didn't
I'll
think
take
about
Cool.
doing that.
Charlie
yeah.
Smith.
I don't know what the hell
Dog, that's a smart ass fucking move, dog. I could see him hitting a game
He would have
winner
got
against the
motivated
Falcons.
against Atlanta for cutting him.
I don't know why Groupie all of a sudden, because he was the guy going into training camp. He had missed nothing, and all of a sudden he come out during this
Regular
regular
season,
season.
he's stinking.
And go with
And,
Charlie Smith. We got Charlie Smith who can hit 70 yarders. We already know that he's one of them. He was a development and kicker that we got from overseas. I mean, he's with them one of them soccer kickers.
yeah,
Give him a shot.
Dog, I'm gonna
Master
be real. I
Davis,
had Groupie on my fantasy team because I figured I was like, this team gonna struggle to score touchdowns,
right,
so at
right.
least we'll be able to kick field
Oh.
goals. After the first game when he missed that 37-yarder indoors, I cut the fuck out of him. Like, it, it, dog, we watch kickers make game winners 50 yarders outside, and you
Yeah,
missing 37-yard no pressure kicks
You missing chip.
inside. Get
You
off
missing
my
right,
chip
team. Pack him
shots.
up.
right. Master Davis, I see you in the chat, man. We appreciate to have you in here, man. And we kind of love your mindset.
That
And
Rufi,
Philadelphia in the
we
house.
love to have your mindset up in here because you're an Eagles fan. A lot of us, we don't really like the Eagles too much, but we got our head
can't
coach.
stand them.
We got our head coach from y'all's team, and you've seen a lot of Kellen Moore and everything. So, what have you thought so far about Kellen Moore and the New Orleans
Mm.
Saints after watching them from afar so far?
He's being too soft.
Hmm.
Oh,
Tell me why you feel that way.
He's not running the ball like he needs to.
Thank you.
thank you.
Well, Master, you're a coach now. You do know when you play. You know when you're playing behind, you can't commit to the run when you
That's why you start early.
the first two games he started early and they were actually playing good. That's why it was in them games. The game the actual game against Seattle, there were special teams put them behind. A lot of that was and then penalties. I think if anything we're gonna criticize him on is the discipline. Not having enough discipline enough with these penalties. These penalties are hurting
Thank
New Orleans.
you.
That's part of being soft. He's not being hard on him. He's not. He's always been that guy, that coach. And fun fact. So I kind of so the head coach that Millsaps actually um played against Kellen when he was a quarterback, but uh Kellen has always been like a guy where he's not loud, but he just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's just dressed and stuff, he just talk. And I guess that some guys don't take him serious. And I hope that he can change that. Because he's a smart guy. Very, very he's a
Oh,
smart guy. He
okay,
knows.
let me tell you about a couple of talkers, because Master, once again, I don't like when people do that. People try to make out a person that speaks that a screamer makes you tough. A screamer makes you this, and I can name several coaches in the NFL that are successful and are not screamers. Andy Reid is not a screamer. They got a lot of these guys that Tony Dungy for many years was a laid back coach who didn't scream. Some people demeanors. You could be a good coach, a damn good coach, without being a screamer. Bill Walsh was one of the greatest coaches I've ever seen in the NFL history. It was never taught. Bill Belichick was in the screamer.
I'm glad you said that Andy Reid was not when he actually was, and with the Philadelphia Eagles during the early period part of the time of
Mm-hmm.
2002.
Well, he was
Yeah, he
having a
was a
heart attack
screamer.
with them.
He
But
started,
Bill,
but that's what I'm saying. He was. I'm not
but
saying
that
Kellen
didn't that
Moore.
don't make success. That
But
doesn't make
hear me out, hear me out.
success.
I'm saying he's not. He has to address things a little bit more directly. I don't think he's addressing things that he needs. And I think that's why I feel that he's being soft on offense. I feel that he's not, and that goes with penalties as well. Like look at the Detroit Lions. He had to change that whole team because they underestimated him in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Like
Well,
they
well,
just thought
well.
that
You
he
just
was a
brought up
yah yah
Detroit
yah
Lions.
type of guy, but he was
You just brought up Detroit Lions. Okay, now Detroit Lions. I remember a friend of mine who's a Detroit Lions fan, and they were talking about firing him in his first year. The man was 3-13, and
right.
he was this rah rah. They wasn't even gonna give him a shot, but they let him stay, and as time went on, they wound up realizing that it doesn't make sense to keep firing, firing, firing. They stuck with the man plan. He went from 3-13, and then the next year, Kellen Moore knew that he was going to, when they signed with the Saints, that he was going to go into a rebuilding stage. Sometimes the coach knows. Okay,
Oh,
when
I'm not
now,
doubting that.
now when the Saints, as far as the Saints go, and what I'm trying to tell you, Master, as far as the Saints go, you're looking at a team. When we look at some of these teams, they're with veteran quarterbacks. Like when Sean Payton first came to New Orleans, he had a Drew Brees, a very experienced Drew Brees. So
Right.
his first year, he was 0-2, and he turned that season around and he went to the playoffs, right?
Right.
But people think because all these coaches got some kind of quarterback. Okay, all these successful even Kellen Moore with Hurts last year, he had a quarterback. So we have not established a quarterback yet. So that's one of the things that's going against him right now. You don't think he went to New Orleans knowing what the situation was? After learning that Derek Carr was not going to be his quarterback, they told him, "Look, you're not going to get fired. There's nothing going to be your
Well,
fault. You're going to
I'm not.
We,
rebuild."
we, we we
I'm not
trusted him
saying
to
that. I'm
draft and
not saying
develop a
that. Look,
quarterback, though,
if
right?
if I didn't know that he was going to address quarterback, y'all shouldn't have got a quarterback in the second round. So I'm not
Right. That's his
saying.
guy. To me, that's his
That
guy.
is
Yeah.
his guy.
So hold on. Hear me
That's
out.
his
Hear me out.
guy.
Hear me out. I'm not saying that's not his guy. What I'm saying is he has to establish a better run team before he gets
I
it.
agree. I agree. And
He's
but you
always
got to
been
be.
the
I'm an offensive guy. You a defensive guy. And all the years, I coach when I coached junior high, and I did and coach park ball, whatever, all my things that I've done. The only way you can exploit teams, you can't just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go out here and run the ball on people," because people gonna jam the box up on you. You got First of all, they don't respect us as a passing team. Order to run first. You order for them to run the ball, they gotta respect us as a passing team. No team is going to respect the Saints because they don't think they can pass. Okay,
You know why?
so in Philly they was going to respect Jalen Hurts. Right now, no team is going to respect Spencer Rattler right now until he showed them.
That's true. That's true.
and
They
and,
don't
and,
trust
and
him. It's
look,
because Kellen don't trust
I
him like that.
understand. Hear me out. I understand, but what I'm ultimately getting at is Spencer Rattler can run the ball as well. We're not going to just
We're
underestimate
not saying that.
We
Spencer.
should be
We're
we should
not
be doing
saying
It
that.
some
We
should
didn't
read
be.
bring
It
up
should
options
be
his.
a
with him.
way.
We didn't say
It
nothing
should be
about
a
his
way.
running.
Hold on. It should be a way where he could be able to design better run schemes for Spencer to be able
I agree.
to exploit certain teams to be able to open up the passing game to see what that man really has. Because a lot of times in which we've seen the past couple of games now, y'all have been playing behind the line of scrimmage. Y'all have not established a perfect run game. I don't care who's stacking the box. You guys have arguably one of the best running backs in the game. He can drive. He has to
Okay,
on
now
up
I
to that
know you're
catch.
not
Now,
watching the
hold on, hold on,
game.
hold on,
I
hold
know
on, hold
you're a
on. He also
Philadelphia Eagles.
has
You're
he
not
also
watching the game
has
because
Oh,
he also have
you
another
know what?
running
You know
back
what?
back
No, I'm
there.
not going to let a Philadelphia Eagle critique
Oh
the Saints.
my
No,
gosh.
because
Oh my gosh.
for
Okay, hold on.
one,
What made what
Alvin
made
had
what made New
100
Orleans Saints
yards.
good in
Alvin had
2018?
100 yards. Oh,
What made
hold up.
Okay,
Alvin
okay. All
Kamara
right.
had 100 yards. Had 100 yards the game before the Seattle game. He had 100 yards. Alvin had 100. Well, my boy Spencer had like 39 yards rushing.
Right.
So I don't know what you're talking about. They've been running the ball. They just that when you get down on when they got down on Seattle, the first two games they were running the ball. The second, because even Kendrick Miller was running the ball. He had 5 yards to carry. But when you behind, you cannot run the ball. The ball that the all game plan is off when you down
well,
at
that all
halftime.
goes back to
When you
what we
down
were
at
saying.
halftime, 28-0, a 26, you ain't worrying about running no damn
That
ball.
that goes back to what we were saying in the beginning. The Saints have to learn how to start fast in these
Right.
games, and
The
they're not
coaching
doing it. They're
learn
playing
how to
from
establish
behind.
the run, establish play action, and run the ball.
Yeah, if we
Uh,
if we gotta pass the ball to win, we gonna lose. Cause Spencer Rattler ain't that guy. I know people don't like that, but he don't have a good deep ball. He don't got good
Boy,
short
I'm
ball.
glad Larry
Like
not in here because
the
you and
only
Larry,
thing they could, well,
you
he'll
and
be
Larry
mad.
be
Like
going
I'm
at
cool
it
with
right
people
now.
being mad at me. This is my thing, dog. We should be doing like read options. I agree with Master Davis, dog. They are running the ball, but the design of the run plays is not innovative. It's not creative. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And if we real about Kellen Moore, this is a critique I have about. I'm not going to say a critique. It's a question. Like my thing is, I don't know if he can identify and develop talent. That's not what he's been asked to do throughout his career.
Yeah.
He's been asked to coach up already developed players. You see what I'm saying? If we real, Philadelphia running game wasn't successful because of him. It was successful because of Makai Becton, that offensive line, and Saquon Barkley. I could have coached that
Hold up
shit.
now, hold up now.
Well, hang on,
If you're gonna do that, well, then we got to go back to Dallas, where he set records with Dallas,
hang on, y'all.
with running and passing, because he was not just he was not just successful with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was also setting records with the Cowboys. So let's not go there.
Hey,
He, he
Again,
has
hang on, y'all.
my
his
Hang-
my
offenses have been
question
working
is
in the NFL.
my question is, can he identify and
Well, that's
develop talent?
identifying because if you're not identifying, he had
Dog, let's be
different
real.
types of
He wasn't
talent.
making no decisions in Dallas. Jerry was. Jerry
He
Jones
made
makes the decisions.
he's the offensive guy. He's calling, but Jerry Jones don't call the plays.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I said my question is, can he identify and develop talent? In Dallas,
Jerry,
Jerry Jones identifies the talent. That wasn't his
well, then
job.
maybe that's
Right.
why Jerry
That's
Jones
true.
is not
That's true.
successful.
That's true.
Maybe
But you
Hey,
were
that's why
just
y'all.
telling
Jerry
me
Jones haven't
you
won.
just finished telling me how successful their offense was. You see what I'm
No,
saying? Like we
we're
giving
talking
him
about
credit for this thing.
but Jerry Jones always get in the way of his organization. Now as far as what I'm saying is there was no denying that Dallas have always been a talented organization, has talent. But when you sit there saying identify, Sean Payton didn't identify all them players. Some of them
All
players was
right, hang on. I gotta mute everybody because it's about 11:59. It's 11:59 here, and it's prediction time, and we gotta definitely go ahead and get ready to go watch this game coming up next against the Buffalo Bills. Real quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask each and every one of you, what are y'all predictions for this game? Whether the Saints win this game or they lose it, and what is the final score of the game? I'm gonna start with you, Nas. What do you got here?
Give us losing 35-17.
Okay. All right. And also too, let me throw in there. Who's your MVP of the game?
Give me Demario Davis.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me go to Master Davis. Master Davis, you give me two predictions right here. Give me the Saints and the Eagles.
Y'all game. Give me a damn upset, damn it. I can't stand the Bills. I don't like them. Give me god doggone 28-24. I don't like the Bills. I don't like it. I don't like them. I'm going with the Saints.
All right. And then what is your prediction on your Eagles game, man?
Bucks always has our damn numbers, man. We haven't beat the Bucks since 2013. Give me Philly, and we're gonna smoke them 28-7.
I like it. I like it. Okay. All right. All right, Huey. I'm glad you're in here, man. Let me see your final score and who you think wins this game for the New Orleans Saints.
I'm gonna say 34-13 Bills. And I think Josh Allen gonna be the MVP of the game. I hope he is because he's on my fantasy team.
All
Damn.
right. All right. All right. Every 504, what we got here for the New Orleans Saints? Is it a win? Is it a loss? And what's that final score? Also, who's
I
the
got Josh
MVP?
Allen getting hurt in this game, and I'm not. I got the Saints winning this game,
Let's
and
go. Let's go.
I got the Saints winning this game in a wild one, 20-17. Blake Grupe hits the field goal and we win. And the reason why I got it such a close because I think everybody's overlooking the Saints. I think that everybody, a team in the NFL is still a team in the NFL. And that's just the way I feel. If anybody putting up saying, "Oh, they're gonna put 40 something," just because you saw Seattle do it, it does not mean that. The NFL team, they got them team, they got pride. This team got pride, and I think they're gonna go in there and they're gonna upset them.
Okay, I got my boy Xavier back here in the background. Xavier
Oh
said
Lord, nobody want to hear
he's
that.
got a prediction right here. All right, Xavier, what's the final score for the
Yo,
New Orleans?
boy, that's your brother.
Bills 48. To the Saints 6.
Good thing I got Josh Allen
And
as
Josh
well.
Allen is the MVP.
Okay. All right. For me, my prediction here, real quickly. I really think this is a loss. This is a loss for me in this game. But I do think that it'll be a lot closer than what everyone thinks this is going to be. I think this is 28-21 Bills win this football game. Josh Allen, of course, will be the MVP of this football game.
I can't wait to see this upset.
Oh, we go home. We go home for
I can't stand
All
them.
because I'm looking at all these big high scores, and
Did they
like
just
just like
walk into them?
just like I brought up last time. Y'all just saw Chicago, who got destroyed or got put 50% points on them, and they come back the next week and upset a team, a good team. So football
That's
is
Chicago, man.
they beat the Dallas Cowboys the next week after getting
We
stumped
gonna
on,
see. We
but with
gonna find
52
out.
points. So I like I said, if y'all really believe that that the Saints are that horrible, where they're just gonna just keep letting
They
people
are
put
this year.
48, 50 on them, that y'all out y'all mind.
We gonna see for sure, man.
Horrible fan base.
This
Horrible
is
Hey,
fan
Baddest
base.
at least I
Sports
tried,
Show
y'all. I tried to give
podcast
y'all
in the
hope.
Deep
Horrible
South.
fan base.
Freaking
I try to give y'all hope,
Horrible
man.
fan
I
base.
appreciate everybody for coming on in to the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. We will have a post-game show today, y'all. We haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, we'll see. I believe it when I see it.
But we will have a post-game show, or at least we're planning to have one today. And also I want to shout out, of course, my co-host, my dad, for coming on in the chat. We got Nas that came in the chat. We had Master Davis, of course, my boy. Also, Huey came in the chat as well. My brother Xavier, he came in the chat as well. So I appreciate everybody for coming on in. We saw Pierre again. We got Extra Bullet. Appreciate you, Bronze, as well. We appreciate everybody. Ryan, I saw in there. Let me see if
EJ, before you go, EJ, did the Bills put up 48 points on anybody this year that they played?
Well,
Did they put up
played
44,
hard.
38?
They played Baltimore.
the first game of the season against Baltimore.
Did you not see that?
Yeah, they
Okay, now against Baltimore and Baltimore, no, they both went at each other,
Baltimore's
right?
a problem.
No, I said didn't they both go? They both put up points on each other.
Yeah.
Now, any other regular team, did they do that with anybody else? Anybody else?
Y'all tell, boy.
Anybody else? Anybody else score like that?
Not see what Seattle did
It's going to be
to
a
the
game
Saints.
record.
What do you
Has
think
anybody else
Josh
scored like
Allen's
that?
gonna do?
Josh Allen
I said
is a
anybody
game
else scored
record
like that.
quarterback. That boy is a
No,
problem.
nobody
All
else.
right,
scored
all right.
like that.
Remember the last time he
they
stumped
are
the bricks
kicking
out of
off
us?
right now. The game is going
Bye,
on
y'all.
right
Y'all are some miserable ass Saints fans. I don't want to hear y'all.
Oh my God.
We'll see y'all in the post-game show, y'all. We're going to hit a who that on three.
Who that?
So
Boo that.
1, 2, 3.
Who that?